How did you feel discipled by Cru? Why was that a spiritually exciting thing for you?
Yeah, I think there was a level of intentionality that was really wonderful, that they would look at, the staff would look at, who was involved and say, hey, these are the sheep that God has entrusted us with, and we want to do a great job, as great as we can this year, of pouring into them. So they're, I think 3 of my 4 years, three of my 4 years, there was a staff member with Cru that met with me every week and poured into me and a small group of men. And kind of big 3 focuses were helping me walk by faith, helping me communicate my faith, and then kind of as I ended university, junior and senior year, how do I pass that on, helping me multiply my faith?
So let me stop you. Just characterize the impact of that mentoring on you.
Yeah, I mean, the individual regular appointments and then the group times together, kind of group discipleship or group Bible studies, was incredibly formative. There were ways that I learned to pray. There were ministry skills, boldness, scripture, getting rooted in my heart. I think when you're around a group of people and even a mentor that's willing to press in and go to hard places, all sorts of stuff starts getting uncovered. And I think there were many times where the layers of the onion just got peeled back more and more, and said, all right, well, why did you get so upset there? So there was kind of the personal transformation side. There was the ministry apprenticeship and ministry experience side. And it really transformed. I mentioned earlier about being very argumentative in my evangelism, in high school with a teacher nonetheless. That approach really changed, that I'm not here to argue with you. If the Spirit is at work and, you'd like to have a conversation, I'd love to talk with you. And I'd love to share with you the difference that Jesus has made in my life and that I think he could make in yours or anyone's life. But we're not going to have this apologetics sword duel in front of anybody, or even if it's just us. It changed a lot of how I viewed ministry, and even that us-them mentality of, hey, I'm a sinner just like you. I need tons of grace, and I'm willing to admit it. I remember this was later in college. I was meeting with a guy, and I just met him in the student union, and we were talking about the Christian faith, and I said, my life is a mess, and I started listing some of the things that were wrong in my life, and even some of the sin that I was continuing to work through and process. He could not believe that I was sitting there with him, just telling him my issues and telling him, man, I need hope and I need help. And Jesus has been both those things for me. And he's like, I've just never heard someone acknowledge that they do those things before. And that was a really enriching time.